Hi, this is Dean Brown, designer Spruance leader, and I'm going to walk through an enemy air engagement because I didn't do this on the first playthrough video. So on my campaign sheet, my task force just entered this area, and you can see that there's the potential for backfire attacks. So I roll a die, and for this encounter, let's just assume I rolled a 10. So I'm going to have two backfire squadrons attacking my task force. Okay, we're going to use the section 7 in the core rulebook enemy air engagement phase, and we're just going to walk through these steps until the encounter is complete. So there is a section in the rulebook, section 135, and that talks about the enemy aircraft counter. So you can see here that there is the counter, and it has a description of all the attributes. We're going to be using backfire attack. So these are probably new format for the leader game. So let's just look here. So MD, that should be familiar, missile defense. So backfires do have a missile defense. The one in the circle, that is used for ground attacks, which we are not doing this time. So so we can ignore that. The R6 7+, so this indicates that backfire can attack at range 6, and for each range from 6 to 1, we roll a die, and on a 7+, if you roll 7 or higher, then the backfire is going to attack that turn. And for the attack, so the 8 is the 8 is the air-to-air attack, which we're not doing. So this dark red band 5-7 times 3. So this is the air-to-ground attack. So 5-7 is the normal hit numbers that you would use against attacking. So a modified roll of 5 or 6 is one hit, and 7+ is 2 hits against my task force ships. And times 3 is similar to the contact number. So that's the number of counters we're going to draw to see which ships are going to be targeted by the task force. And then RTB, return to base. So after the backfire does perform an attack, so you don't roll this until it's actually performed an attack, then you roll to see if it returns to base. So on a 6+, after the attack at the end, if I rolled a 6, 7, 8, or 9, or 10, backfire returns to base, and you just take it off the tactical display. If you roll 5 or less, then it stays on, and you go to the next turn. Okay, so let's go through and do our attack on our task force. Obviously, backfires are going to be pretty devastating. Okay, just real quick, here's my task force. I do have a Tycho ship, the Elite Golf, so it does have the missile shield, which I did talk about in an earlier video, but it does provide a missile defense coverage for the whole task force, which we're probably going to need. And the other advantage that this ship has is it can fire SM2s, which have a range of 4, which is long range here. So backfires can fire and attack well beyond the range of my SM2, which is my long range missile. My cruiser and the Doyle here, they can fire SM1s, so you can see they have a range of 3. So not quite as long a range. If we had a fighter attacking, then with a 3 attack range, then I have a pretty good shot at taking them out before they can do any damage. And then my Knox class frigate has these lowly rim 7s, So hopefully you're not going to have to use these a whole lot, because they're range 1, so you have to be really close in order to be able to use these on aircraft. So the one other thing about aircraft is they are always detected. You know, early on you had to detect the aircraft before you can attack them, but there's no way aircraft's going to sneak up on a task force. So they're auto detected. Radar is going to pick them up. So once they're within range, they're just going to start firing missiles. So aircraft setup. So 711 just overview. 712 aircraft to counter setup. So I did find my 2 backfire counters. They are here. Now we're going to go through the encounter steps outlined in section 7.2. First 7.2.1, past task force actions. Well, they're out here at range 6, so really nothing I'm going to be able to do. So we're just going to pass. Now my aircraft move in from 6 to 5. And now we're going to go through our aircraft actions. So we're going to see if they attack. Hopefully we're going to roll low numbers, because again they're still way out of range. So I have to roll 7 plus. And they're identical, so I may as well roll 2 dice. And I rolled a 7 and a 2. So one of these is going to attack. And remember, it's attack 3. So I go into my trusty ship counter draw cup. Task Force Ship 2, Task Force Ship 2, and Task Force Ship 1. Alright, so those are the ships I'm going to attack. So my poor Doyle is going to get attacked twice. And again, I have the missile shield, so I do have a missile defense value here of 2. Alright, so now we're just going to perform the attack. 5-7. So it is at range 5, which means there's a -1 modifier. And I do have missile defense of 2, so that's a -3 modifier. So I think that's it. So we're going to go with -3s. May as well roll both attacks against ship 2. So let's see what we get here. Okay, so 9 minus 3 is 6. 7 minus 3 is 4. So this one's a miss. This one has 1 hit. So I'm going to go to our damage counter. And the missile attack, and I keep drawing this one, ship attack -2 repairable. So I'm going to put that on on the Doyle. So all of his attacks are going to be at -2. So no stress, no hull damage, could have been worse. And I'll put these, oh, I didn't finish, let me do my attack on Elite Golf. Again, it's -3, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, there's a hit there too. These things are tough. Alright, I draw stress 2 and hull. So put that back in. Add 2 more stress to my ship. It's at stress 6. I'm okay up to stress 7, so still functional. Alright, next step. Slow task force actions. Again, everybody's out of range. Oh, so now we're going to do the enemy roll, turn to base on the one that attacked. I rolled a 6. Nice. He's not going to do any more damage, so he's gone. Fired all of his missiles. No longer in the fight. Alright, then we just repeat. So again, task force actions, range 5, can't really touch them. Move him in. Roll to see if he attacks. Roll to 6. Nice. No attack. Slow force actions. My slow ships have the rim, the SM1 and the rim 7, so they're not going to attack. Alright. Repeat. Fast ship task force ship actions. Okay, let's we're not going to have any more aircraft encounters. So, well, hope not. So I have 4, oops, that's not the right one, 4 SM2s here. And my card I have for SM2 is VLS, Vertical Launch System. So shooting out of the deck of the ship. And that means I could fire all 4 of my missiles, which, what the heck, let's just go ahead and do that before he gets a chance to take another shot. Alright, so he has a missile defense of, oh, what is it? Missile defense of 0. Alright, so this one has a missile defense of 0. He's at range 4, so there's no modifier there. My Elite Golf has a +1 air modifier. Still in the OK range, so +1. So yep. So we're gonna go with +1. I need 2 hits to destroy it. And I have I'm not sure what that airplane means. I have an 8 and a 10 right there. So I have modified up to 9 and 11. So I do get 4 hits. So if it would have been 1 hit, I would have just flipped this over. And now his attack numbers, now it's 5/8 times 2. So his attack numbers would have been worse. His return to base was lower. His chance of attack is less because now he has to roll an 8+. So, but we destroyed him. So he is gone. So that's the air encounters. They're pretty quick. Hopefully you remember to take surface-to-air missiles with you on these campaigns where you can have aircraft. Some of the encounter cards, they have carriers on here, and they can launch fighters at you, so you have to be prepared at any point in time. So it's always a good idea to have at least 1 or 2 or 3 surface-to-air missiles. Obviously, if you're playing the easy campaign, Protect the Atlantic, oops, that's not it. The easy campaign and the other playthrough that didn't have enemy air attacks, then you don't need them. Alright, that's it. Thanks.